Hey everyone, Crypto Motivation here. Today we're going to be talking about Lindacoin and see if this is something that is worth to get into for 2018 and beyond. But before I begin, let me just remind you, I am not a certified financial planner or financial advisor. The information provided should not be used as financial advice, but only as a source of opinion. And with that, let's talk about Lindacoin. You see right now, all the markets actually are all down today. We can go take a look at that, but I'm pretty sure that you saw all that. As of right now, everybody's in the red zone again. But how long that usually lasts is usually not very long, and then everything starts to pump back up. It's usually what has been the normal trend. But we'll definitely see here in the next 24 to 48 hours how everything is affected with these markets. As of right now with Lindacoin, that's what we're going to be discussing about. They are ranked 348. They're currently trading at a third of a penny as of right now. The volume is at a little over 900,000. They have a circulating supply of a little over 6 billion with a maximum supply of 50 billion. The market cap is just a little over 23 million. This is a coin that actually came out on CoinMarketCap around July of 2017. I myself did invest in this, kind of just, it was a cheap coin that I saw out there. I didn't really do any research, just kind of threw just a little bit of money at it at the time of August 24th or 25th when it was at this price. They went up and then went on down. You can see it's kind of been a deadpan floor here all through November. It was extremely dirt cheap that it was. And then, of course, then through January, you had this massive spike. So it's kind of like, what is going on and why is there some serious motion going on there? Is this a pump and dump? And I don't think so. I don't think so. This is interesting to see what type of development work is actually going on, and we finally have a little bit of information on that and see again if this is something that could be possibly something to be worth. When we go to the markets, it's been a coin that you can pick up at Cryptopia, Coin Exchange, Yobit, and these other ones down here. By myself, I prefer Cryptopia, and the volume trade for Cryptopia is a little over 844,000 as we speak. Of course, total volume is a little over 900,000, close to about 1 million. If you go to their website, oops, let me scroll up a little bit. Their website is pretty generic, pretty plain. Anytime you just press on these links, it just kind of scrolls down here. You know, features of Linda. Here, it just kind of, you know, typical. A lot of these tokens that they have. They said they have over 70% pure proof of stake block net reward phase with an optimum for investment. They have a master node, and I think this is our big key part here is this master node, which is it makes the transaction instant. 50% block reward of the master node. Multiple wallets for all type of platforms, operating system platforms, I should say, encrypted messaging system, of course their wallets that will be coming soon, and then stealth address and security autonomy. Now master nodes, 30 million Linda for staking, so right now if you want a master node, it'd take you 30 million Linda tokens to get that, which would cost you I think a little over $120,000, but we're going to get into that a little bit further within this video. Minimum stake age is 24 hours and unlimited maximum staking age, excuse me. Here's currently the wallets that you can get. Scroll down, you can see this moves over, wallets, go exchanges. There we go. As mentioned in Cryptopia, these specific ones, Yobit, Cryptopia, Coin Exchange, Cryptocurrency Exchange. Then here, we talk about the white paper. Now this white paper, kind of funny how they flip it and say, oh, November 1st of 2018? No. It's the 11th of January 2018. We take a look at that white paper really quick, and that is the Q1, Q2, 3, and 4. And when you take a look at this page here, kind of just their planning, not too many pages, they talk about basically the introduction of Bitcoin, the current price or where it was at the time when they wrote this. They get a little bit of history about fiat currency, third-party transactions, and so on and so forth. A little bit about, you know, just a history about Bitcoin that if you've been in it for a while, you can kind of just know the history. Anybody can just do a quick look up. So they take about 5 pages of that. And my thing was about, but what do these guys do and what's their development work? Right now, again, they just kind of push there's the hybrid currency, 70% pure proof of stake, block reward, fades at 99% APR. They give you a little bit here of, what is that? Here we go. Coin name, abbreviation, the coin type, the rewards having so many months, block time, so on and so forth. Basically, a description of the type of coin it is. And again, it kind of repeats itself a little bit about the features and actually the things that we've already read on the first page, on the web page. The encrypted message system, the multi-wallets, the 50% reward of the master nodes, and they talk about the more exchanges that they're going to be listed on here. Now, what I can read here is actually a lot of it that I can get right here regarding the first, second, third, and fourth quarter. So let's take a look at that really quick, and let's kind of make this a little wider so we get for better viewing. So you can see here in the first quarter, for the first 3 months, they're going to be working on basically their team building and marketing. So we read on, they say the Lindacoin community, a dedicated team of experts who contribute to the growth of the project in the terms of technical development, marketing, support, and communication. So that's really good. They got to at least get that going. So what we're seeing here is actually some work that's actually beginning to happen here, because really at the end of the day, when you saw this thing, you know, what the heck was this all about? You know, and you know, oops, let's go all time. That was a mistake. All, click that. There we go, much better. And I wasn't doing too much any research on them, but again, I did get them down here at the time, and then this thing was just so dead, and they finally did that again. You know, all of a sudden this thing just popped in January, just popped. So we go back to the presentation here, and it talks about the white paper that enhanced communication to the support. There shall be a Telegram channel and medium, blog of announcements, video tutorials we will be providing, and then the tutorials that explain how to use the Linda wallet, how to stake coins, how to set up a masternode. Super important, because I think this masternode is a big key part where this could actually do some very good residual income. So the second quarter, they're going to get on to trying to work towards getting onto multiple exchanges, the big boys like the Bittrex and the Polonio X. They say, however, note that the listing of these exchanges is subject to reaching an agreement with their management. So obviously they're in the works with that, and so the second quarter they're kind of getting that going on. Their new webpage design and merchant acceptance, they seek to create that pleasing reputation for the crypto coin. Our new website will be featuring SSL certificate to ensure user security, which, you know, all websites should be having that mostly. Live chat support to enhance the communication with our users, and self-help support for easy resolution of user problems, and also then the sharing the ideas. They've already started working on the accepted points and will be striving to see Lindacoin accepted by over 2,000 merchants. When we get listed on the coinpayments.net, Lindacoin will be ranked among top 150 coins on the coin market. And I think we mentioned that currently right now it's at 348. So if we go over to coin payments, we see what currently the supported coins are. Pretty big list. And currently right now, Linda is not on this list. But you can see right now what is currently can be used, converted, and for specific payments as well. Good old Quark. So we get back to the, not yet, back to the PowerPoint presentation. At the fourth quarter, what they want to do. The new wallet mobile app, the Block Explorer desktop mobile wallet. They'll create convenience for all the users, allowing everybody to complete transactions quickly and effectively without the hassle, using just a smartphone. Here are the updates to be expected. So they give you the list of currently all the wallets that they're going to be using or implementing during the last 3 months of the year, 2018. Now here's a big key point here. They said we are also going to make a wallet syncing with lightning speed and change the number of coins for masternodes to 2 million to make it easy for everyone to afford. Users can also have the ability to control masternodes remotely and even set up multiple masternodes up to 50 in a single wallet. So this is really nice to know about the 2 million mark, because currently right now, my opinion is that this is very, very cheap right now. Can it go down a little further? I don't really know. I think this is possibly where it's going to be about supported at. If we take a look here at the 3-month mark, let's kind of stretch this out a little bit. I think you're definitely going to see support right around this point right here, so it could go a little bit lower. But I think this key part is this masternode that they are representing, saying, whoops, don't go there yet. My mistake. This 2 million to make it easy and everyone to afford. If you go over to Masternodes Pro and we take a look at Linda, there's currently only 22 masternodes out there. And remember originally I was mentioning about the 30 million that was required. So right now, each one of these people that had that 30 million that they probably purchased, and they may have most likely gotten this probably at this dead time when it was so dirt cheap, and it didn't cost them $120,000 at the time. But right now at 30 million Linda coins, They're making a daily income currently right now of $500, weekly of $3,600, monthly of $15,000, and a yearly income of $187,000. So I guarantee that they didn't purchase that masternode for $121,000 when the price was really down, really low. But they also realized people cannot, create a masternode, and because of the required coins is just too astronomical. I mean, who has $121,000 just laying around? Most people don't, unless you're a whale in the cryptocurrency, and this is probably nothing, to you and whatnot. But you can see what's been producing based on the yearly income, and these guys got clear up to over a penny, so they were doing well over 300,000 yearly. So that would have been a little over 1,000 a day they were making, 6,000 a weekly to 30,000 a month, when it hit a peak of over 10 cents. So yeah, right about to here. Well, close. Oh no, excuse me, not 10 cents, but when they reached over a penny at the time. So I like seeing that these guys are going to be changing that to 2 million. So basically, we have to do is we have to calculate the current price. How much would it cost to get 2 million coins at right now at a third of a penny. Now, one thing that's also interesting about these guys is they are also implementing it's called the atomic swap. Lenda currency works. So it's like, okay, what's the atomic swap? And basically, if you go to Wikipedia, it mentions that an atomic swap basically allows for an exchange of one cryptocurrency to another cryptocurrency without the need for a trusted third party. So in other words, you don't have to go to an exchange to take your Bitcoin, say, over to a Cryptopia or a Bittrex or anything like that. And then, well, I got to get my Lindacoin there, and then from there, basically what the process is. And the thing too about what Wikipedia mentioned is that they were successful with the atomic swap back in November 2017, where they were able to swap Bitcoin for Litecoin, which was occurred. So if we take a look at this little example here that we see, let's see if I can make it a little bigger. There it is. There we go. So step one, Martin. Here's Martin. He sends a request to Linda. Sends Linda to Natasha. Excuse me. Linda, the coin, to Natasha with a predefined deadline and a secret hash. And then it looks like you could use it through your Tor, and you could use on or off based on security and privacy. Martin uses hash to claim his BTC, and Natasha uses hash to claim her Linda. Basically, in step two, claims the transaction of being the secret hash within the cryptocurrency. So they're able to basically do their swap with an agreement without going through the third party process. So that's really cool what they're able to do here. But we get into is like, okay, but it's just a coin that you stake. What exactly the development work? What's going to be about this thing that's going to be so unique and so special? Because so far right now, if you're one of those guys who were able to get a masternode when it was so dirt cheap, and right now you're just banking right now with this masternode, making some serious cash as of going on right now. But I'm glad to hear that they're going to reduce it down to 2 million. So let's go to the Twitter here, and if you read about this, we'll go ahead and we're going to refresh this. It's been a while it's been open. Now, one thing that they've been doing is keeping up to post on what is exactly kind of been going on, the Lindacoin project. They mentioned about the Lindacoin new website is almost done. This was just mentioned about 14 hours ago, and again, the date that I'm doing this is January 22nd. And that's interesting that they're mentioning that because if we go to our PowerPoint presentation, they talked about the new web design we see to create basically for the web design, so on and so forth. So feels like maybe they're bringing some of this Q3 in here into Q1, which I think is very important because this is pretty bland, and this really needs help. And I'm glad that that's one thing that they're working on. So they're keeping up to date on this. This guy named David Gockenstein, maybe I'm pronouncing Gockenstein. I think I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. He's been putting a lot of posts here. He also mentions about how he was able to speak to the CEO. Says, Linda, CEO, did a great job tonight. This is on the 19th, which is a few days ago. I was finding this system so I do apologize. We will hold a one-on-one next week on YouTube due to the traffic levels. So they are speaking with the CEO of Lindacoin. They've been also on the 15th and 14th, just kind of getting the people, the community involved. Says, please vote on the amount of Lindacoin you want to be used for a masternode. So it's interesting. They're pushing for what they here are saying 1 million. So I just read here, that was the 15th. And this PowerPoint, this was the 11th. So 4 days after when this came out, they were pushing 2 million. It looks like there was already a vote. People are saying 1 million. Interesting. So that is the winner so far of the masternode. Looks like a lot of people want to get involved. Think of a beautiful crypto coin website. You want Lindacoin website look like a better than suggested to use here. So looks like they keep posting something every day. Right now they're just focusing mostly on this website, and it's really neat that this guy here was able to speak to the CEO. So it's like, well, let's take a look at this guy. Who is this David Gottstein? I pronounced his last name right. I hope I'm not butchering. I apologize if he watches this video and I'm totally messing up his last name. I do apologize for that. I do want to make sure I pronounce it correctly. So this is interesting. He has a lot of statements in here in his Twitter account and whatnot. And the one thing that caught my attention was right about here, where he said here about 5 hours ago, he says, when I said CND was a good coin, they laughed at me. And I looked at this coin and see where it was. And I don't know at the time when he did mention about CND, and also when he talked about LEND, and then ICX would be leaders in their field. They laughed. They said I would only pick ELF because of the movie. So, oh well. So he's definitely a big pick for Linda. He likes it. And I just happy to know that there's a guy there who's talking to the CEO. Currently, right now, this guy has over 85,000 followers. That's a lot. So, yeah, and community joined 2010. So it looks like he's been around for quite some time so far, as of right now. I really want to see that video or what's going to be coming out. If he's really has truly spoken to the CEO, it's good to know that there is progress, not just progress, but there is development work going on here. So Linda right here. Linda investors wait until tax season. Let's see. Here's one bit expert. Linda will hit $1 before the end of 2018. So speculations. Lindacoin promotions, privacy-based crypto, Linda, Verge, have a very bright future. I'm with Linda because they are doing a very great job with their dev and marketing team. So I'm really looking forward to just a little more time to come out. Here, one guy said that we are far from a scam. Every day we make progress with Linda. I have to research and collect data involving the customer requirements. Majority of our investments are for long-term gains. However, with any crypto, you will have to get rich quick investors. So looks like they're just continue on mentioning here with just on this Twitter site called Linda. But yeah, again, I'm a believer. It's not with these coins when they finally hit this pop, and it's when people just kind of ignore these guys that are just on this bottom rung. And they're just not looked at. And yeah, there's not very much information about it, but just a few dollars. It's amazing how many tokens you can get. And all of a sudden, it gets picked up by somebody, and they start to work on it. And so it'll be interesting to see what's going on. Currently, this price, we go ahead and refresh it. Let's see where it is right now. Still a little bit down, but all the markets are down. I have no idea how far this thing can tank down. Could it go down to here? I personally don't believe we're going to see it down to this point. And being that there's now a community getting involved, they want to be able to partake more in the master nodes. Currently, right now, again, the required is $30 million, which would take you $121,000. Nobody has that. But if they drop this thing down to $2 or even $1 million, it'll be very affordable, and you can see that possibly what the daily income could be and the weekly income with that. And I don't believe it'll be at $30 million you'll be able to have that. But if this token is something that actually got to $1, I don't know, but this is something that if you're able to get into a master node, this is interesting to see how this would be able to come out as a possible, monthly or yearly income, especially depending on the development work with this token. Let's see, anything else? Stack channel for instant help. I'm definitely waiting for their website to come out. It'll be interesting to see what it is, and especially if it gives us more details. LENDCONNECT, Lindacoin new website is almost done. So yeah, 10,000 followers. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what the potential is. We'll see what they do. I'm definitely looking forward to see regarding this interview that he had with the CEO. What's going on with that? And I think once we hear some good information on the development work with that, potential of this coin going up is possibilities is very strong. Lastly, this is the lending platform that I'm with right now. Just give you a little update. I'm liking them more and more. I started with these guys back in the end of November, around the beginning of December. And currently, right now, I started out with a little over 1,058. It's now 1,533 after the 7 days. If we go to my wallets, I did something different today. Instead of just compounding, I went ahead and with the $78 that I made today, I went ahead and transferred that over to actually purchasing more LCT tokens. And I got 10 of them. I got them at the price at $6.50 today. Currently, they're traded at $6.92. But from there, I'm going to go ahead and continue on the compounding. And the 5% interest is now no more. That was just their flat rate for that time. It was a special. Now we'll be going back to the range between 1.5 and 5%. So just keep an eye on that. I've just been liking them a lot. They are continuing to keep people informed every day in chat of what they're doing with their platform, what's been going on, what's moving forward. Their exchange right now is still about 22 days out, but they did inform the people today that the internal exchange will be released in 2 versions, just like we did in the dashboard, which is true what they did. They released the first dashboard of this platform and then the second one over the month of December in their deployment process. So they will try and finish version 1 of the exchange before the 14th of February. This said number 2, we'll add a manual reload button on version 1. I don't know exactly what that would be doing. The version 1 of the version will not have live updates, so we are planning to release that in version 2 with live notifications. We are in very short time because everything is built and made from scratch. Again, I mentioned in my previous videos they use Ruby on Rails, so that's definitely writing code from scratch. But they do have offshore from India and also Japan that they use, but they are based out in Europe. And what's cool about this is that Sam, who posts these messages, I get to talk to him at times just from a developer standpoint, just kind of like how they implement and deploy out the code and building their platform. And it's been pretty interesting of how the process has been working. They've made a lot of improvements of the lending system, the withdrawal and deposit system that we didn't expect. So to keep your LCT tight, and the only time we will show you who will become the biggest platform around. And then the automatic reinvestment button will be released tomorrow, so I don't have to come in every single day. I decide to do that, and then always, keep reinvesting. Now it'll be interesting to see what type of button it is. Make sure, is it something that it's a button that I use and the button doesn't shut off till after my capital release, or is it something I can turn on and turn off whenever I feel like it? So we'll see with that. Again, really like this platform. There's, majority of them have been, as everybody knows, not too good, but what I like is the transparency with them. I like the code that they're using. I like how they always are, they talk to the public every single day. They are working out any type of bugs or issues, and this has been the least buggiest platform I ever used because they incrementally deploy their builds out of the platform just like you do with any type of software without giving everything to everybody where it could be possibly always break. They do have maintenance time. It's usually been under within 20 minutes, and if they go longer than 20 minutes, they always will notify you. They'll say it'll be down for maybe 1 hour or 2 hours at the most that they've ever been down, and none of this 24 to 48 hours. So again, this is something you never have to register with or anything like that. I'm just giving you a progress report on a current lending platform that I'm liking, and I will have a link below. If you want to join, you don't have to join, but again, this is just my progress report of this platform and what I think about it, and just see how it goes. It would be nice to see if it actually goes for quite a long time, at least a year or something like that. But again, been liking what they've been doing, and I like how they communicate with the people, and it seems like they're going to be here for quite a while. So far, so good and stable. They've been the underdog, and they've been proving themselves really well. Here you can see they do have a live trade right here, and if you go to CoinMarketCap, you will see their current trading, where the volume is right now. Current market cap is a little over 14 million. Circulating supply is a little over 2 million. And again, their total supply is about 3.5. This will be eventually changing right now, but that's what they have, and it's good to see what they're at. So hopefully they'll be able to keep on going and going. Other than that, that's what I have for right now. Hope you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, hit the like button, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about Lindacoin. See what you think. I'm definitely looking forward to their new website. And all I care is that they continue on doing development work, keeping the people informed. I'm looking forward to seeing that video, see what that guy has to say regarding talking about the CEO and what are the future plans. And I'm glad to see it's still pretty cheap. And if we can all get a master node for under 1 million tokens, this definitely might be something worth getting into. And I'm glad that they said they'll have instructions as well on how to stake your coins, but also set up the master node and how to be profitable with that as well. Again, like I said, leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe. Really appreciate it. Until then, we'll talk to you next time.